Yeah, one second. Good morning to one and all. So, yeah, today we'll discuss a topic that is a concept of derivatives. 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 So first we need to know that what is mean by derivatives, how we can do it, the derivatives only we'll come to know that. First we need to know that theoretically what is mean by derivatives. What is mean by derivatives? What is mean by derivatives? Please unmute.
Sir, it's a point or contact between two values, two or more.
Yes, please.
Sir, it's a contact between two or more values.
Yeah, little bit. But see, in mathematics, the derivative is a way to represent the rate of change. So, in generally, in mathematics, the derivative is a way to represent the rate of change. Rate of change, that is that amount by which a function is changing at a one given point. One given point. Simple. The derivative is nothing but rate of change. Rate of change in y due to change in x. Simple. Rate of change in y due to change in x. That is, but whatever the rate is there, it can be represent. It can be represent. It can be represent. So in the functions, for example, for the functions that act on the real numbers, it is the slope of the tangent line at a point on the graph. On a graph, nothing but, so when you take a line, so generally in our microeconomics also we have used this derivative also. For example, if you take that curves, for example, so generally we have take some graphs also. For example, this is a graph, for example, right? So generally we can take the slopes, for example, like this. This is a x, this comma, this is a y, for example, y axis and x commodity. So that is what is called here, that is the rate of change y in y, rate of change in x. So we can say delta y by delta x, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
generally we
sir.
can use in terms of macroeconomics, that is the slopes, right? Slope. So generally when we are taking like this curve, this is a consumption curve in microeconomics. So we been able to understand that what is the slope. Okay, so this is the delta c by there is the delta y. This is the consumption, this is the income, right? So this is a delta c by delta y. MPC. Am I able to write? Hello? Have you understood? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So simple
sir.
in the derivative, nothing but the rate of change which can represent, which can represent, which can represent. So that is called velocity. Mathematically, we can say in mathematics the derivative is a way to represent the rate of change. Simple. In mathematics, the derivative is a way to represent rate of change. Rate of change. So generally, we can use the example whatever we have done. The velocity also. So what the velocities we have measured here? For example, velocity's value is 0. Velocity of price is equal to 0.5. What it means? What it means?
Inelastic.
Inelastic as well as
Inelastic.
it means that rate of change means the percentage change in quantity demand is less than percentage change in price. For example, wow, 1 by 2 will come, for example, as I told you that, for example, so for example, 1 by 5, 1 by 5. So you can say that 1 by 2, 1 by 2. For example, price changes, for example, I'm going to simple, for example, so in order to get slope only, I'm going to give an example, say price and quantity demand. Okay, so price is, for example, 10 to 8, demand is 10 to 9, 10 to 9, for example. How much the rate of change here in quantity demand? 1. Price is changes in 2. But the slope only I am explaining, not percentage. Okay. For example, if you take the percentage also here, no problem. If you take in terms of percentage, data in terms of percentage. So 8 to 10% to 8%, 10 to 1%. If you take 1% to 2%, so 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5. So it shows that, so it represents that rate of change in corn demand due to changes in X. So we can say that, for example, derivatives, for example, as I told you, delta Y by delta Q, for example. So delta Y by delta X. So for example, 1 by 2, for example. It means, what it means? So rate of change, nothing but, so if you are increasing 2 units in X commodity, it will going to decrease or increase by 1 commodity, 1 unit. Whether it may be supply, it may be quantity or demand or etc. Any item. Okay. So simple, the derivative is nothing but rate of change. So for example, if you want to know that here mathematically, generally we can write delta Y by delta X or delta Y by delta T. Okay, so mathematically we can write before this writing the derivatives, simple we can write y is equal to theta of t. Function theta, nothing but here. So nothing but y is equal to function of some x. Or in microeconomics we can write d is function of p. Simple, we can understand easily. So how we can change the derivative here? Delta d by or delta qd by delta p. Just a minute. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah. So here, so simple, when you're writing a function in or economics, so the mathematical the mathematic people, they will write like this, or y is function of theta. Some they will write y is function of, also they will write x comma or y something. So we can write d is function of p, or c is function of y. So how do we get it? Derivatives nothing but delta c by delta y. So why I mentioned delta c? Why did that mention here y instead of c? So always we can put the numerator is dependent variable. Here independent variable. Simple, you can remember. Okay. So when the consumption depends on income, we can write like this. For example, sometimes your income depends on your consumption. Y is function of c. So therefore you can write delta y by delta c here. Because for example, your income is depends on your consumption. Okay. So here the consumption depends on income. For example, if you take, this is the we can applicable for us. There's a consumption is function of income, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
See, your consumption depends on what? Your income. If you get some income only, you are going to go to some consumption, right? For example, when do we mention that this kind of equation, y is function of c? The income is depends on their consumption, nothing but, for example, if you take into account that street vendors. So as we know that so for example, those who are selling their vegetables in the morning in the streets, for example, so they can purchase nothing but they can spend some amount of money in the market. For example, by putting 500 rupees, they will purchase some tomatoes, okay, some leafy vegetables, okay, tomatoes, leafy vegetables. So whatever they bought it, so simple, by spending 500 rupees, they are going to sell in the streets. So if whatever they spend 500 rupees, they will get 700 rupees income. For example, This is a 500, for example. We can assume I'm saying that 500, 700 is function of 500. It means that this 700 is depends on what? Their consumption. For example, if their spend is only 200 rupees, for example, will they get 700 rupees? Hello?
No, sir.
No, it may be 250, for example. Sometimes it may be 300 also, no problem. Or 400 also, no problem. But or sometimes it depends on what, how much you are doing some expenditure, then only you will get it some output, right? For example, see, when you drink milk or something, for example, a small cup of milk, for example, okay. So how much energy you will get it? You will get less energy, right? So if you drink more and more milk, you will get more energy. Am I right? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, your energy is depends on what? How much you're consuming. So same thing. So this is called an applied economics. Applied economics or applied econometrics also we can, if you are going to study in the next semester or nothing but the third semester, second year. So you are going to study applied economics. So this kind of things only we can apply as per the situation, right? Is it clear? The derivatives concept? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for example, in order to solve the derivatives, we have 2 or 3 types of derivatives or the functions. Okay, so therefore we will do it. I think, yeah. So before this one, I would like to say the rules of depreciation. Derivatives. Sorry, I will throw the derivatives only. Then only will go to the rules of depreciation. For example, derivatives. Derivatives, for example, in order to solve the derivatives, we need to follow the whether the equation is quadratic or cubic. Quadratic or cubic. For example, so here, for example, if I mention y is equal to 2x square plus 4x plus 4, what kind of equation it is?
Quadratic.
It is quadratic, right? For example, y is equal to 4x cube plus 6x 3 or 2 plus 3x plus 2. It is a cubic. For example, y is equal to 4x power 6 plus 3x power 4 plus 2x square plus 1 or 2. What kind of equation it is? Yes, it is a polynomial. It is a polynomial. Okay, so this is the kind of equations we have. So on the base of this equation, we need to follow certain formula, and we will do some derivatives. We will do some derivatives. So first we can go through that first one, the quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Okay. So for example here, y is equal to 3x square plus 11x plus 10. 11x plus 10. So this is the equation. So they may ask the question that solve the equation. Solve the equation. So in terms of derivatives only, they will ask the solve the equation by using derivatives, for example. Okay. So here, the principle nothing but formula. When we have the quadratic equation, okay, for the formula is equal to, that is called quadratic. So the formula is minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So this is a formula you can remember. Minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac 4 into a into c by 2a. So here, what is A and what is B here? We don't, do you know that? What is A and what is B and what is C? So there we don't know the values of A and B and A and B and C, right? Here, did they mention the A and B and values?
No.
No, no.
No,
So
sir.
therefore, we should write, this is the first we can write, y is equal to 3x square minus 11x plus 10. So here, simple, I'm going to show you that simple here. So this is A. So A is A, B, C. A, B, C. A, B, C. The first one is A, second one is B, third one is C.
Sir, including sign.
Yes, please. Hello? Hello?
Including sign, like whether it is plus or minus.
Sorry, I'm not getting April.
Including sign, I'm asking.
Including?
Like we are considering A, B, C, right? With the number sign is there, right? Plus or minus.
Yeah, yeah. So here the A value will be 3, B value will be minus 11, C value will be 10. So you can write also A is equal to 3, B is equal to minus 11. Simple. Here we need to find out their coefficient, nothing but there is a sign. So C is equal to 10. Okay. So therefore, so simple, I'm going to write another once again the equation, the formula. Okay. So the formula is equal to minus B plus or minus under root B square minus 4AC, 4 into A into C, divided by 2A. So here minus as it is, you can put minus. Okay, in this formula only there is a minus. Okay, so don't bother about here minus and here minus, don't put only one minus. So here minus B. What is the minus B value here? B value?
Minus
Minus 11, sir.
So simply you can put minus 11, then plus or minus under root. What is the B value here?
Minus 11.
Minus 11.
Minus 11 square minus
Minus 4
4 into 10.
4 into
3 into 10.
3 into 10. So simple, you can see the
10.
4 into A into C, A value into C value. So divide by 2 into A
2
value.
into
A.
3.
2 into 3. Okay. So yeah. So here see minus into
11.
minus, minus into minus,
plus.
plus 11, plus or minus
Plus or minus
under root
11.
11 into 11,
One
minus
square.
11 to 11.
1 to 1.
121.
120.
1
1.
Just a minute.
Minus.
Principal sir is calling. Just a minute.
120.
Just a minute. So minus 11 into 11 plus 121. Okay.
121.
Then minus 4 into 3, 12.
Sir, 120, sir.
So see 12 into 10, 120.
120.
Divided by 2 into 3, 6.
6.
Right?
6.
Okay. Then so 11 plus or minus under root 1 by 6. So for example, see when we have this under root value 1 by 6, 1 by 6 something. Okay. So therefore here we need to take only, we can consider only 1. We should consider only 1. So therefore, so 11 plus or minus 1 by 6, simple. So therefore we can take minus side, for example here the 11 minus 1 divided by 6. How much? 10 by 6. So 10 by 6 is equal to how much we'll get it? 1.66. So plus side you will take it. So 11 plus 1 by 6. So 12 by 6. So how much will get it?
2, sir.
Okay. So therefore, here answers are x is equal to 1.66 and 2. Okay, simple answers are, you can say answers are 1.66 and 2. These are the answers. So here you can substitute the values in the given values. For example, let me check. Y is equal to 3x square minus 11x plus 10. So you can take substitute the value of x is equal to, simple for example, you have to understand. So 3 into 2 whole square plus 11 into 2 plus 10. So 2 into 2, 4 minus 11 into 2, 22 plus 10. Okay. So 3 into 12, so 3 into 4, 12 minus, 22 plus 10. So therefore, if you add the positive values, 22 minus 22 is
Zero.
equal 0. Okay. So nothing but we need to check whether our answer is right or wrong also. Okay. Then y is equal to 3x square minus 11x plus 10. Here you can take x is equal to 1.66. Okay. So here somewhat you may not get you may not get 0, but you may get equal to 0 because there is a 1.666 there now. Right? 6 bars. So therefore 3 into 1.66 whole square minus 11 into 1.66 plus 10. So here 3 into 1.66 into 1.66, how much will you get it, Amma? Can anybody can do it?
3 into 1.66, 4.9.
No. That 1.66 into 1.66.
1.66 into 1.66,
2.75.
2.75.
We can consider only 2 decimals. Okay. Then so 11 into 1.66. 11 into
18.26.
Sir,
Yes, please.
17.
Not 17, 18.
18.26.
18.26.
18.26.
Sir, okay, sir. 18.26.
Okay. Then 3 into 2.75. 3 into 2.75. 8.25.
8.2.
8.25. So here 18.26 plus 10. So when you had the positive values, you have 18.
Sir, 0.1.
Minus 18.26. Okay. So you will get 0.01, right? So which is very close to the 0. So why didn't get a 0 here? Because we have considered only 2 decimals. If we consider 3 decimals or 4 decimals, so we could have to get 0. Right? Is it clear or still anybody the doubt regarding to this?
No doubt.
Yeah. The same thing you can do at practice for the homework. Y is equal to x square minus 5x plus 3. So y is equal to 5x square minus 20x plus 3. And then hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me know whether you understood or not. Uma.
Sir.
అర్థమైందా?
అర్థమైంది సార్.
Then Urmila,
ఎస్ సార్.
Afrin,
అర్థమైంది సార్.
Yes,
Afrin,
sir, it is clear.
yeah, Anita,
Yes, sir, it is.
Anita,
ఎస్ సార్.
అర్థమైందా?
అయింది సార్.
ఓకే, అనుష, జాస్మిన్,
ఎస్ సార్.
Jasmine.
ఎస్ సార్.
నరేష్,
Yes, sir.
కృష్ణవేణి, పావని,